Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Yeah, gone for a week, and now we're back. This week we got a little tidbits of news. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. We will talk about Florida. We'll break down everything, and then we'll show. It's like a 20-minute video. I had to cut a lot of stuff out because it was gonna be long. So it's got a little tidbit of everything, and we'll talk about everything. But it was definitely some fun times. But yeah, so that's basically the gist of the show. It's nice and quiet, no kids, especially after a week like that. Even though we had a ball, it's just good once in a while to get rid of the kids. You know, when you got kids and you're with them all the time, kids drive you nuts. But that's just me. All right, so let me pull up my notes because I didn't print them out. We'll get all the the tidbits of information out of the way, and then we'll get into the goodness of the Florida trip because there was some pretty awesome things. And I also want to talk about Halloween Horror Nights, Hollow Screams, Mickey's not so scary Halloween party, and all the other stuff that we did, and all that. But after, within the next couple days, I'll post a lot of the videos and pictures that I didn't post yet. I was just waiting for the show, and then then you can look at it, drool over it, tell me I'm an a-hole, or whatever you feel like doing. But anyway, so let's start. We're going to start with Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. Unless you live under a rock, you've been seeing basically Universal's trashing the trains and the track and stuff. When they announced that Hulk was closing, the only thing that we knew about was it was going to be a new experience. It's still going to be the Hulk, but nobody knows anything more than that. They haven't really gone into detail. They're going to enhance the story, maybe change the storyline, not sure. The rumor around the campfire is at some point the Marvel characters are going to revert back to Disney. But here's the problem. Disney can only use the Incredible Hulk in a movie like The Avengers. Disney cannot do solo Hulk stuff. So with that being said, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen with Marvel because Disney doesn't own Spider-Man. That's actually Sony. So maybe they can keep a Marvel's thing, but the characters that have nothing to do with what Disney owns, because it's crazy when you look at even in the DC universe, all these people own different characters. It's just crazy. I mean, back in the day, people sold the characters to make some money because back then people weren't making money. So now you're gonna see probably the Hulk and maybe Spider-Man and whatever else gone. I don't know what they're gonna do, but so. The trains, that somebody has been taking pictures and they're just sitting in the trash, basically. The track is now too, so I'm sure soon, we'll see what enhancements and whatever. From what I heard, they're just gonna actually replace the same exact track. I heard there's gonna be a new launch system put in. How the rumors are. There's nothing official been said by the park yet. The only thing that's official is that it's going to reopen in 2016. So, could it be the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, end of the year? I don't know. But that's what's going on with the Hulk. All right. So here we go. Where's the next tidbit of news? All right. So California, Great America. I've never been there yet, but I thought this was interesting. If anybody heading out to California for next year, what they're doing is they're going to open a 4D adventure with the 3D glasses based off a Mass Effect video game series. So it's going to use a mix of live performers that interact with the visuals and stuff like that. So that seems interesting. I'd like to see how it works out. I think it's a cool idea. I mean, I've never played Mass Effect, so I have no idea what the game's about. But I figured, I know a lot of people like video games, and it's got to do with an amusement park, and so on and so forth. They're pulling. Yeah, it's going to become a wood coaster now instead of a steel coaster. But see, the thing is, if you're doing the RMC treatment, here's the thing with that. It's a steel, and it's probably still going to be steel. They're probably going to change. Maybe, I mean, they may even change the layout. I mean, the common complaint about Hulk is once you get past the launch, it's the same ride. You know, same thing going on with Hydra and Dorney. Once you get past the JoJo roll, it's the same typical B&M layout, nothing special. So maybe they're gonna do something different. You know, who knows? Maybe they'll make it a wing rider. Or I have no idea. Who knows? But hopefully they do it soon. I mean, if it was a wood coaster and they were ripping the thing apart, people would be up in arms. People would be, you know, throwing a fit. You know, it's the same thing when RMC touches a wood coaster. People go, blah, 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 you touch a wood coaster, why are you touching that? Blah, blah, blah. And you know what? There's no need for that. It's all, you know what? It's either, you know, like I've said it a million times and I'll say it a million more. I don't care that I'm like a broken record repeating myself. The coasters that they did, yes, it was the park's fault for not taking care of the ride. So it's either rip the ride down and it's gone, or do a reincarnation, or just leave it crappy. There's your three choices. So who knows? Could be cool. Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff about The Simpsons. I got, you know, video, pictures, and stuff like that. So have no fear. I mean, there's some stuff that I cut out of the video because the video was going to be pushing 40, 50 minutes. I mean, I could have probably made the video the show. Just said, hey, how you doing? Watch the video. What's the point of that? You wouldn't have heard nothing. You know, it would have been kind of dumb. Well, maybe not, but I could have just posted it on YouTube and you guys could have just watched it whenever you felt like it. So, you know, there was no point in actually just doing that. Even though it could be an idea at some point. I don't know. All right, what's the next tidbit of news? And the good thing is, since Luco was on this trip, he can chime in as well, you know, in the chat. So, where is... Oh, and the last tidbit of news that I got is Roller Coaster Tycoon finally has a release date. It was supposed to originally be released earlier in the year, and then they switched, you know, Atari switched developer, the people making the game. So they had to, you know, do a bunch of stuff. So now we actually have a date, and it's December 10th of this year. But if you also, they're accepting pre-orders on Steam. And if you do that, it's going to give you access to exclusive beta weekends and 5 unique Peep skins. That's if you pre-order the standard or the deluxe. So if you pre-order one of those two, you will get that. There's also another thing going that Six Flags is partnering up with Atari for this game too. So, excuse me, maybe you'll be able to play in the park. Maybe you get some of their coasters. I don't know, because I don't know how many of you remember Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. That was basically like a Six Flags Roller Coaster Tycoon. You know, they had parks, they had different, you know, roller coasters already pre-built into the ride. So it's going to be interesting. I'm actually excited. You know, at first when Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 came out, I hated it. You know, I was so used to 1 and 2, how it was all cartoony and funny. And it was still cartoony and funny, but they changed the look and it kind of looked weird. But then I kind of like got hooked into it. And then now the look of this one is a hell of a lot better. So I can't wait to actually try it out, play it, and, you know, all that good stuff. Hey, it's Sean. The weather in Florida was hot as hell, very humid, and we'll get into that in a couple minutes. One tidbit I'd like to let you guys know, because I may forget after we talk about Florida and after you watch the video. Sunday, myself and Luco are going down to Six Flags New England, and we're going to do the, what do you call it? the Fright Fest Media Day. So next week we'll have coverage of that. We're gonna do video and pictures and all this other crap. So and we get to try out Slash Circus 3D. I haven't looked at any pictures or anything. I want it to be like a big surprise. I mean, everything for the most part is the same, except we got a new haunt, so we can check that out, and see how it is. Someone I know said that it sucked really bad, but I'll give my opinion because I love 3D clown haunts. So as long as you put some clowns in it and you get the 3D paint, you can't really go wrong. I mean, when you go to Lake Compounce and you see the clown haunt they do, I don't know if they still do it, but they were doing it in the theater. It was free and it was pretty badass. I liked it, but that's me. All right, so let's talk about good old Florida. Now, we met up with Luco. Luco landed before us on not 2 Fridays ago. The 18th is when we started the trip. So we, what do you call it? So we got there. Actually, we got there, and then we went to Golden Corral, went and ate, and then I said, hey, it's still early-ish. It was like 10 o'clock. I said, let's go to the Orlando Eye. So we did that, and we also did Madame Tussauds. Now, I've been in like cheesy, crappy wax museums, and this one's actually pretty good. They look pretty real. It was definitely pretty good. What they had and all that other stuff. You'll see pictures of that inside the video. There was something funny and cool happen when you go. When you're gonna go ride the Orlando Eye. They take pictures of you, and then when you get off, you can buy them if you want. I'm a sucker for pictures, so I bought them. I had a green shirt on, and we were doing stuff in front of a green screen, and the guy got all excited. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna do some cool things." So me and the kids, and I don't know how many of you saw the picture posted. It's just my head. There's nothing else. It's gone. So it was cool. Being at night, you see the lights. It was kind of hard to distinguish, which way was which and what you could really see, and in terms of parks and stuff like that. But evidently, you can see Universal, you can see Disney, and all the other surrounding stuff. But it's kind of hard to see again in the nighttime. It's not very distinguished of what's this and what's that and so on and so forth. But beautiful views. And on top of that, the best story of that night was because of Golden Corral, everybody in that car thing, whatever, farted like hell. It stunk so bad. Like, it was bad, like death bad. And it really, I don't remember who did it. I don't know if Luco, you remember who did it. Could have been my father. It could have been my brother, one of the kids. Could have even been me. I don't know. We'll get into this. Halloween Horror Nights. So anyway, so when we got off of the ride, the ride attendant went in there and he's like, "Woo! It's like the zombie apocalypse in here." So it was pretty funny. We were geeking out, laughing, and then we got off. When you get off, there's the the pictures, and then you can go. Then it takes you into the gift shop, and it, they have a bunch of stuff. See, I'm a big Christmas ornament collector. They didn't have any, unfortunately, so that sucked. But I bought a little, Ferris wheel thingy. I don't know what you want to call it. So I got it with my Wonder Wheel in the bathroom on my shelf. So that was basically night one. I mean, that's what we did night one. We got there Friday night. And that's what we did. So we were already having a good time, good laughs. So the next day, Saturday, we went to Seaworld. And myself and Luco, I told Luco before we bought the tickets, I'm like, hey, I want to do some kind of like animal excursion, something. I wanted to do something. So I told Luco, I said, hey, check it out. you look, tell me what you want to do. What you think. I'm like, I at least want to do penguins or something. So something, piqued his interest. He's telling me about it, and it was like a expedition tour, and you get a tour guide, and they walk you around. You get to feed stingrays, you get to feed lions, seals, whatever. You get VIP seating for the Shamu, the seal show, and the dolphin show, and they put you on a few rides. You get a lunchtime, and you get a quick queue that's for the whole time, even afterwards. So you skip the line. Now, first what we did was we went and we got the food bracelet and we got the quick queue, and then we had to go back and meet up like in an hour to go meet up with the tour guide. So we went and rode Manta. So we did that, and then then we met up. But the cool thing about the tour and all that, you can stop, get a drink. We got quite a few drinks. It came with an all-day, all-you-can-eat food thing, which we didn't really utilize. I think it would have been better to have it if, if we weren't doing the tour. You could have ate more, but nonetheless, a lot of food, and stuff like that. And, the shows were good. People talk trash about Shamu show and all that, like PETA, whatever the hell they are, PETA, Pumpkin Eater, all that stuff. It was really, it was a decent tour. For the money, it was worth it. With the season, if you have a Platinum Pass, it was only $72. So it really wasn't bad. It was definitely a good, it was worth the money. Because if you think about it, you're getting a tour, you're getting food, and, so we just kept getting drinks and stuff. You get the quick queue. So the quick queue is $20. The food thing is like $30. So for $60, so you really paid like almost next to nothing for the tour. Or you paid nothing for food, and however you want to slice it. It was good. When we fed the stingrays in the beginning, some of them just decided to like have a little, like a little fit or something. And I got soaked, and Luco got soaked, and the kids got all soaked and stuff like that. And it was just good. We were laughing, having a good old time. It was good. It's cool. All the little foods included that normally you're gonna pay. If it's something you're gonna do, just to try it, it's worth it. We did the Empire of the Penguins. That ride, neat little ride. Wish it was a little longer, but you do get a lot close to the penguins. And then the tour guide, she was a hot ticket. She was telling us about this one penguin that sits on the rock, and they call that Satan. They call the penguin Satan, and the rock he's on is Satan's rock. And he likes to crap, and he can shoot it out like 4 feet. And sometimes he craps on people. So, interesting story to be told for sure. So we did all that stuff. We saw things, we saw shows, we ate food, we rode rides. We rode Crack, and we rode Journey to Atlantis. We rode Empire of the Penguins. So that was day 2. And actually, after that, we met up with our good friend Frank and his girlfriend. So we met and had ice cream at Ginter's Soft Serve. So we did that. And I don't remember for the life of me what we did after that. I don't know if we just went back to the room. I can't imagine us going back to the room. But I think we did. I don't know what we did. My brain is like... We did so much stuff in all that time. And I really can't really remember. But Luco would maybe help better on what we did Saturday night after hanging out with Frank. We might have just went back to the room and chilled out. I don't know. Because then the following day, we went to Legoland. Now, I've never been to a Legoland. That's... I didn't know what to expect going in. I didn't know if it was going to be a really kiddie park or... And I mean, for the most part, it is. They have, a bunch of... They have, what, 4 coasters? Like 4 or 5 coasters, something like that. Oh, we did IHOP after that? Yeah, we did do IHOP. See? Somebody remembers. IHOP. And the pool. All right. Cool. See, somebody remembers. See, it's good that Luco's here. He can help me remember. Everything kind of just meshes and blends. You guys know when you go on these crazy vacations, you go to Florida for a week or whatever. Everything, yeah. See, after Legoland was Hooters. Now the wooden coaster, Coastosaurus, it was all right. It wasn't anything to write home to Mama about, but it was pretty cool. They had a kiddie mind eraser. That is what it is. I think the 2 best coasters in the park was the Mouse, because it has a different layout. When it goes up the lift hill, then it comes down a hill and it goes up, and then does all the ziggy stuff. And then actually, I preferred. I don't know if you agree with me, Luco, or not, but the Dragon coaster that they have. Now, it's not a little kiddie Dragon coaster. When you leave the station, it's kind of like a little dock ride. It goes through and all this other stuff, and then it goes through the roller coaster. I thought that was pretty cool. And then that area where they have like all the different, buildings and stuff made out of Legos. It was just fascinating that people actually built this stuff out of Legos. They did New York City, and they did the Stratosphere, and they did Las Vegas, and they got racetracks, and they got the White House in Washington D.C., and they have everything. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I was fascinated with it. Even the Star Wars stuff. They had full size, bigger than me or around my height. Darth Vader, Darth Maul. They had R2-D2s, all different scenes from the different movies. A Millennium Falcon that rised up and down. There was all kinds of stuff. It was ridiculous. But it was ridiculously cool. Now the dock ride, Egyptian theme, that was cool. I really enjoyed that. I did not ride the Splash Battle. This Splash Battle's cool, but I really just wasn't in the mood to be that soaked. But Luco and my father and my brother and the 2 kids, they went on it. So when they were coming around, I was shooting at them, ding, 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 shooting at them, getting them wet. I did get wet, but not as wet as they did. So overall, and then they have that unique, weird, observation tower that spins and goes up. Overall, Legoland is pretty cool. If you've never been, I say at least go once. It's way out in the middle of nothing. It really is out in the middle of nothing. It's nowhere near Disney. It's like an hour away from downtown Orlando where we were staying. It's just away from everything. But it's a nice park. It was beautiful. They, very well themed. It did what it was supposed to do. It's a medium-ish park. It's not really huge. It's not really small. So it's a medium-ish kind of park. Yeah, we're going to get into that Funspot thing in a little bit. That was kind of funny. So we go from Legoland, and then on the Monday, we went to Typhoon Lagoon in Disney, which I had never been to. I've never been to a Disney water park, so I said, hey, let me check it out. Now, I want to do the scuba, the snorkel with sharks, and that wasn't all what it was cracked up to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit better than what it was, but evidently it wasn't. You're just told to go, keep going, go straight, whatever. It was a very small area. It was probably a quarter the size, or less than quarter the size of what Discovery Cove has with all, when you swim with the stingrays and stuff. Because the one at Discovery Cove just goes and goes and goes. You could spend 20 minutes swimming just to get to do a circle. It's huge. Typhoon Lagoon was awesome, though. It seemed like every half hour they would do a half hour's worth of 6-foot waves. And man, let me tell you, by the end of the day, I was wiped out just by the waves itself. The water park itself isn't gigantic. it's not really huge. And the thing about Typhoon Lagoon that I didn't like is, and I know that the water park is made for families. It's not crazy. But the one thing, my criticism about Typhoon Lagoon is the slides were just short. They weren't, if you go to somewhere else, even a Six Flags or a Cedar Fair or whatever water parks you go to, it just seems like even like the one like Crush and Gusher, which is like Typhoon at Six Flags New England. Six Flags New England is way longer than Crush and Gusher. Like, I was like, really? That's it? That kind of sucked. I was hoping for more than what it was. The speed slide one was, I think, the best slide I'm going to go with. I mean, the park is beautifully themed. We obviously spent more time in the lazy river and the wave pool than anything else. But we did all the slides. We tried them all out. We were there. We were like, hey, we're going to do it. Next time I definitely want to do Blizzard River, whatever, Blizzard, whatever. What the hell they call it? Blizzard Beach. I want to try that one out next time. So, we'll do that. No big deal. I figure, it'll be good. But Typhoon Lagoon, if you've never been, I say go at least once. Just the 6-foot waves alone are worth it. Just that alone, to spend all day in that. And then after that, you get like choppy waves, which were better than Six Flags at their best waves. I hate to say it, but it's true. All right, and then after that, we went to downtown Disney World. Actually, they're already transforming the name to Disney Springs already. When you go down there, but it's just a cluster of construction going on. It's, a couple more years, it's all done, and then it'll look the way it is. But we ate at a place called T-Rex, which is similar to like a rainforest cafe, except themed to dinosaurs. I had a lasagna, and it was fantastic. It was beautiful. It was delicious. It's a little pricey, it's pricey like a rainforest cafe, but the experience, the kids had a ball, everybody had a ball, the food was good, I enjoyed myself, worth the money. The animatronics and the media shower thing going on, it was cool. And after that, we just kind of walked around downtown Disney. I did a little bit of shopping, and then we went back to the hotel after that. So what would have been Tuesday? Tuesday was Mickey's Not So Scary Christmas party. Halloween party, whatever. Are you talking about the mini golf there, Costa Kev, the Winter Summerland? Because I did that last time in 2012, and that was awesome. Oh, I also forgot, on Monday night, before I get into Disney thing, we also did the Fantasia mini golf, and that was cool. So now I've done both mini golfs. So I've done the Winter Summer thing, and I've done, what do you call it? I've done Fantasia, and I've done the other one. Very cool. It's themed to the movie Fantasia. I don't know how many of you have seen that, but it was pretty cool. At least everybody got a hole-in-one. I was the last one to get a hole-in-one. I almost didn't get one. I think Jeremy was the first one to get one. He was pissed about something, because he wasn't doing good, and he took an anger shot, and it ended up being a hole-in-one. I couldn't believe it. They had, everything's themed. If you've seen Fantasia, it's hard to explain unless you've seen the movie, because all the characters and all that stuff. But let me tell you, it's $14 a person. If you're looking for a different type of mini golf that's, everybody plays mini golf, and there's all the different obstacles to do. But Disney, again, goes a little bit above and beyond and has a pretty awesome mini golf. More... maybe it's because of the theme. It's Disney. People are familiar with the characters, so it makes that mini golf that much better versus something, a local place. And I'm not saying the local places suck. I'm just saying I think you get more into it because of the characters. Like, I get into it more at Disney than I do somewhere else. That's just me. That's just what I'm saying. So anyway, we went to... We slept in like a champ. We went and got lunch on Tuesday, and then we went... For 4 o'clock, we could get in for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. and it was sold out. You couldn't get a ticket in. It was packed. I mean, not as packed as a busy day per se, but it was packed. The only character that we went and saw was Lotso hugging Bear. My brother wanted no part of taking a picture in that, but you know what? I like Toy Story 3 and I like Lotso, so. But the parade, I have to say, I think the Christmas party is better than Halloween. And everybody knows me, I love Halloween. But I think the fireworks were better for Christmas. The parade is a little bit better for Christmas. And Christmas seems more magical because like right when the party starts at 7 o'clock, it starts snowing. There's more decorations. Like there wasn't that much of decorations inside Magic Kingdom. It was the wreath with the Mickey head and some other, a few other things. Not, besides the characters and stuff, it wasn't really decorated. Decorated. But they do have trick-or-treat stations everywhere. And they give you a bag about like yay high, like that. And you just go and they give you a handful of candy. And it's good candy, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Snickers, Milky Ways, Baby Ruth, Butterfingers, all kinds of stuff. Sour Patch Kids, Tootsie Rolls. Fat kid for life, It was great. I'm still eating some. I took the candy home. Still eating some of it. So, I mean, if you've never done the Halloween party, I suggest doing it. It's different for everybody. It wasn't horrible. I just felt that Christmas was better. We did see the Hocus Pocus show kind of off to the side a little bit. It was all right. There was a couple things that were really cool about it. It's the sisters there, whatever, from Hocus Pocus. And then, the villains come out during the show. And, Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. And they got a whole bunch of villains that come out. But we were waiting for the parade. So I was like, hey, we can kill two birds, one stone. We can watch Hocus Pocus and we can watch the parade. So that way when they do the Hocus Pocus in the parade again, we can be doing other things. And that's just what we did. We rode Splash Mountain. Even with the party, the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train was still 40 minutes to an hour wait. No matter what. That's just what it was. There was no getting around it, unfortunately. Sucks. Yeah, the Sanderson sisters. A lot of people rave about Hocus Pocus. I don't see it, like, you know what I mean? Like, I could hear it, I could see it. I was in it, and I just, for some reason, Hocus Pocus just wasn't like, oh my God. I mean, people have their opinion, they hype it up. Maybe you guys would be like, oh, Josh, you're an idiot, whatever. I just didn't feel it was amazing as what everybody said. Even my father said that the Christmas one was better than Halloween. I mean, the parade was great. They had floats from, Peter Pan with Captain Hook driving. They had the Haunted Mansion in it. They had Aladdin stuff. The only thing that had me laughing was the Goofy float. The Goofy float is the same one from Christmas. They didn't do anything but just change. And I don't know what's up with the stupid cow. There's always a float with a cow. I don't know what cartoon it's from. I don't know where it's from. There's some stupid cow. I don't know what the deal with the cows are. I don't even know what the cows are from. Maybe somebody knows and then they'll say, hey, it's this. I can't associate what the cows have to do with Disney. I don't know what the cows are. If anybody knows, it's going to be Costa Kev, I bet. I bet you Costa Kev's going to know all about the cows. If anybody knows, it's going to be him. Could be Sean, too. I don't know. I don't think Luco does, but I'm telling you, I have no clue. So anyway, that Halloween party got over at midnight. We got back to the room. And then we slept in a little bit. Well, I tried to, and then work stuff was going on, so I had to get up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I barely slept on this trip. There was not much sleep. It could have been Clarabelle. I have no idea. It's the same cow that's on every parade float. So I don't know what the association with the cow is. I don't. I wish I knew. I'm a bad Disney fan. I don't know what the cow. I don't know. But anyway, so we decided for Wednesday Because, like, you know, when we're looking at the weather, we're supposed to rain, you know, later in the week. And it would rain on and off here and there. So Wednesday we said, I suggested, and everybody, you know, was like, you know what, yeah, let's do it that way. You know what, I really don't know which cows. I'll have to do some research into that. It could have been, well, it was only one cow, it was a chick. It was only one cow. I don't think it was Home on the Range. Because I don't know when Home on the Range came out. But I've seen that cow twice in the 2 different times I went to the Christmas party in 09 and 12. So anyway, so we decided to go. Everybody agreed that we would go to the 2 fun spots, the one in Kissimmee and then the one in Orlando. Now I said, let's do the one in Kissimmee first, or Kissimmee, whatever they want to call it. And then this way, by the end of the night, you know, if we're there till midnight, we don't have to drive 45 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. We're literally 2 seconds down the road from it. Oh, Clarabelle cow from Mickey Mouse. Somebody did the research. Cool. So we drove out to Kissimmee, whatever they want to call it. I call it Kissimmee, so I'm going to call it Kissimmee. And, you know, we did the mouse coaster. We didn't do the kitty coaster, but the flyers were down. We did the go-kart tracks. Now, here's the weird thing. Jeremy's 10. Jeremy can drive the 2 taller go-karts, but he couldn't drive the ones that were on the ground. One was a little faster, and then one was a slick track. Now, the slick track thing was kind of cool, but it's different than how they do it up here. Now, I don't know how many of you have ridden slick tracks up in the Northeast here, but they put the go-karts on a metal track and drive around and make the car slide. Looks almost like the same type of floor as a bumper car. Ow, I'm retarded today. But in Florida, they can't do that because it would melt the tires. They have normal asphalt, and they have a hose that just spray, you know, they spray a corner, you know, an area out. And when you hit it and you try to turn, you ain't turning. I watched cars spin out, and, you know, it was fun. It was a blast. But Jeremy got to drive the 4-story and the 2 or 3-story go-kart track for his first time ever driving a go-kart track, and it was quite hilarious. Now, I don't know how many of you know Jeremy, and this is funny because of how he is. The rule is to drive doubles if the driver has to be at least 18 years old to drive doubles. Jeremy's not 18 years old. So I was going to let him drive, and then I would sit just to kind of get, you know, help him out. Well, we just threw him to the shocks, and right off the bat, you know, he was kind of giving us crap about it and didn't want to do it, but he did it. And, you know, he tried to play like, kind of, you know, he tried to play the, oh, it sucked thing. You know, he was scared, and Devin was driving like a turtle and all that stuff. So it was comical to watch the 2 kids drive the go-karts. On the 4-story go-kart track, so it's 40 feet tall, you come down this deep drop, and then you go into a nice turn, 32-degree bank turn. Well, every time, Jeremy kept banging off of one guardrail, banging off another, and it might have been the other track. I don't know which. It was one of the 2 tracks. He kept slamming off one guardrail, going into the other, and he did it like a bunch of times. So it was, you know, by the time we left, because the 6 of us was so aggressive with, what the hell's this? Brandon Allen is texting me something. What is he texting me? Oh, about the cow. They were only having just a guy down on the floor, check the restraints and all that, start the ride up. They had to put one up on top because we were crazy. We were aggressive. I mean, I purposely spun Jeremy out. So he was stuck in a guardrail. I clipped him in the back on purpose.
There's lots of secret stuff on this game.
Soaked. I actually gave my phone to Luco before I went on it because I am my cigarettes because I knew I was gonna be soaked because it was the ones with the guns. And Jeremy kept getting stuck under the waterfall, like 2 or 3. He was just soaked to the bone. But, you know, we drove those go-karts. And by the end of the time, the kids were great driving bumper cars. We were bumping kids into other kids. in the guardrails and stuff that were trying to be smart asses and thought they were like the best drive. Me and my father were tag teaming on them and banging them into the walls. We were crazy. I'm surprised they didn't like arrest us or throw us out or whatever. But we were crazy with the go-karts. And then we did some more arcade, which was cool. We did more of the arcade stuff. And then they had a Kiss pinball, so I played that. Dallas Tuttle. Hello, Dallas Tuttle. Yeah, I haven't been to Wisconsin Dells. That's definitely on the to-do list of places to go. And then, we rode White Lightning, which is the Woody that's down there. And I gotta say, it's not a huge coaster by any means, but it packs a punch. It's got some good air time. If you're ever in Orlando, make a stop to go ride the coaster. Awesome coaster. We had like a little ERT session even with the wristbands. We went 3, 4, 5 times in a row at the end of the night without getting off. It was awesome. They just said, put up your bracelets, and they walk around with the beep, 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 beep. Awesome people, awesome ride ops. I had a great time there. It was worth it. Now, let's get to Halloween Horror Nights. Actually, first I want to talk about the whole emptying, put your stuff in the locker with the metal detectors. It wasn't really as bad as people make it out to be. I guess maybe because it was early in the day. We didn't wait. We just put the stuff in the locker and then we went on a ride. And plus it also probably helped that we had the handicap pass every day from my dad driving the scooter and all that. So we skipped, lines, went up elevators and stuff like that. And a whole bunch of rides, like Men in Black and all that. So it was definitely a fun day. So, I mean, I rode Harry Potter, the new one, the Gringotts Bank thing. And let me tell you, I think the one in Islands of Adventure is still better than this one. This one was cool and all, but it was too short. And it was kind of a roller coaster, but not really. It's a cool technology, but I really think the money they spent on it, they got, what. We'll just say they got screwed. Luco, stop doing the drugs. It's not better than Phoenix at Knoebels. You're doing too much drugs. Stop sniffing the glue. It's a good coaster. It's not better than the Phoenix. You're sniffing too much glue there, Luco. Me and Luco had this conversation down there. You're like, this is better than the Phoenix. No. It is not better than the Phoenix. So anyway, the meat and potatoes of the Harry Potter. I mean, the whole Diagon Alley thing, beautifully done if you love Harry Potter. I don't care about the movies. I hate the movies. I couldn't tell you what it's supposed to look like. We saw the dragon breathing the fire and all that, and we went into the joke store and all that. I think Forbidden Journey's queue, honestly, was better than Gringotts because they used some of the same stuff with the pictures moving. I mean, you had the bank, when you're going into the bank and all that. The cool thing going into the elevator to bring you down to go into Gringotts. For the most part, it wasn't as done up as Forbidden Journey. It seemed like it was lacking in that department of queue line. I mean, we walked through a lot of it fast because we were in the fast pass line or whatever, the handicap line. It's personally for me, I like Forbidden Journey better. I feel like even if you waited, like we didn't have to wait an hour or whatever in the line. We had to come back. Actually, let us right on because the way that the handicap pass works is under 30 minutes, they would let you walk on. Anything after that, you have to wait it outside. You don't have to wait in the line. All the parks did that. Disney, Busch Gardens, Universal, so on and so on. I don't think we did that at Legoland. I think Legoland, we just didn't use the handicap pass. Anyway, regardless, I think if you had to wait in that line, I think you would be very disappointed at how short the ride is. And I mean, technology advanced. Yes, it's a supreme. The cool things that it does. it's awesome, but it felt short, and I think they got screwed in terms of all the money they spent. You know, they said they spent 500 million total on everything there. So I think that they got screwed on the ride. Like, the ride should have been another minute or two longer. You know, just a couple little spots that, you know, moved like a roller coaster. Nothing. I mean, they still use the screens and stuff like they do on Forbidden Journey. There's a little roller coaster spots. There's some cool things that go on, but for the most part, I think the ride fall short of the other one. The other one is by far better than this one, but that's my opinion. You know, and I'm sticking with it. But anyway, so besides that, you know, anybody who's been there, you know, Men in Black, and, you know, we rode that. We did The Mummy, and we did Twister, and we did the Terminator 2 show, you know, experience. We didn't ride Shrek. We didn't ride the Minions. Minions had like an hour-long thing all day long. We did Transformers. That was cool. I really was digging the Transformers thing. That was awesome. I'm trying to think. I felt like we didn't ride as much, or we did, and I don't remember. We rode Rip Ride Rocket. So, hey. Yeah, I mean, if you for people that were in there were all like Googling and wetting their pants looking at everything, like, you know, all the shops and the ride. Oh, I'm getting all moist. You know, it did, you know, for me, I was like, I just want to ride the ride, get the credit, see what the thing is, and that's it. Like, I don't care if I ever walk through Diagon Alley again. That's my impression of it. I don't like Harry Potter, so for me, it does nothing for me. I don't want a wand. I don't want an owl. I don't want to walk around Florida with a stupid cape on, whatever the hell they're wearing. Oh yeah, Simpsons. You know. Yeah, I do have CRS tonight. I like Transformers, just like Spider-Man. Transformers is cool. Oh yeah, there is. It's coming soon. After I get done talking about it, but I've never been to a Halloween Horror Nights. That's what I got the other shirt too. It's all jacked up, and then on the back it has a list of all the haunts on the other shirt that I got. But, you know, they had all kinds of merchandise, shirts and cups and shot glasses and pins, and God, they had everything. So this is the first time that I've ever been to a Halloween Horror Nights. Everybody's like, you gotta go. So the only haunt that we skipped out on, and we missed Bill and Ted, unfortunately, even with the handicap pass, because you had to wait, because there was like 70-minute waits in the haunt, 60-minute, 50-minute. We skipped Asylum and Wonderland 3D, but everybody said that one sucked. So we started out with American Werewolf in London. That was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Then the next one, we went and got time for Freddy vs. Jason. Then we waited in line for Body Collectors. I love Body Collectors. I mean, I don't want to ruin anything and say things because, in case somebody's going, you know. But I will say that it was awesome. Body Collectors definitely have to go in. And if you're a fan of American Werewolf in London, definitely worth going to. When we did Freddy vs. Jason, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. I've seen the movie. I love the two characters. I love how they transition into everything. And, you know, there's like a battle going on between Freddy vs. Jason. That was awesome. I mean, it was the best haunt? No, but it was cool just for nostalgic reasons, and it was done pretty damn good. Then there was another one that was Universal created called Run, and I still don't kind of get what the theme is. It's like an Asian fight club kind of Hunger Game kind of thing. And the only thing I can remember that was even memorable of it was this lady with the straw Chinese hat coming out, yeah. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell is this? But other than that, the haunt wasn't really memorable. Wasn't that great. And then we went and did, and that one's actually in the disaster transport area that's now closed. And then we did Walking Dead. We got a time for Insidious. We did Purge. Walking Dead was decent. I kind of was hoping it was a little bit better than it was, but it was still pretty good. Insidious was really good. I've never seen the movies, but Insidious was really, really, it was pretty freaky, pretty cool. My favorite haunt of the night was The Purge. I don't know how many of you have seen the movie or not, but let me tell you, that haunt was intense. And by the time I got out, I wanted to purge people. I mean, the effects that they had in there, like when they're shooting at you, you feel the guns. You know, they got shot. When they're, using knives and axes and stuff, it like sprays water, but to simulate blood. It was really cool. I was like, give me a gun. I just want to start shooting the place up. That's not probably the reaction you're supposed to have. But it really got me that pumped up. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, I'm like, oh my God, ooh, ah, It was just crazy. So The Purge was awesome. So overall, the thing that I didn't like about Halloween Horror Nights was typically the scares. I'm so used to like a Six Flags or Cedar Fair Parks or, whatever, having scare zones. And like Disney, we did Disney Quest because that's closing next year. But I have to say the pinballs were in crappy shape. Some of the games didn't really work that well. I mean, for the most part, it was all right. I got my money's worth out of it. The kids had a blast. Everybody had fun. That's all that mattered. And then we did some shopping, and then we left and went to Tampa to go to Busch Gardens for Saturday. Now, for anybody that's looking for some unique collectibles, go to Downtown Disney, go to the Art of Disney store. You will find some really unique stuff. I bought a couple pieces. So, do it. It's redoing. Oh. I don't know. It's crazy. It could be the weather messing with it. I don't know. I don't know. I'll see what's going on here. I don't know. Usually when I cut the stream quick and put it back, but it's dropping again. I don't know. I think it's the weather's messing with it. I really do. Come on, weather. Stop messing with the video buffers. I am going to upload the video of just the, of this. So if it sucks, it is what it is. And then you can watch it on YouTube. It will be uploaded. So have no fear. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. Today, I mean, the weather's so wacky today. But anyway, so we went to Busch Gardens the next day so we could do Hallo Scream. So, we rode everything, all the coasters and everything. I tried getting a peek, through all the parks that were building things, like the new Cobra coaster and, and all that. They weren't, they were just putting footers and stuff in. There was no, what do you call it? No track being built yet. No supports or anything. They're just doing their thing. So we rode all the coasters. I still think Coomba's one of the best ones there. That's an intense coaster. Montu's awesome. I mean, they're all pretty. The only one I don't really care for is the mouse. It's a mouse. No sound. Maybe what do you call it? Reload the page. I actually used like the station and stuff of Gwazi for Unearthed. It was good until they let it go to waste, and then it became crap, so to speak. It was rough. When I wrote it back in 2012, it was rough. I ain't gonna lie. But now it's closed and never to be reopened. It's done. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but they used it for the haunt for Unearthed, whatever. I will say for Hallo Screams, the best haunt there was the 3D clown haunt. Unearthed was pretty good. I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty neat. That was a good one. But for me, I think the 3D clown haunt there was the best one. Some of the other ones were actually the one called The Basement was pretty good. The other ones, Zombie Mortuary I liked. That one was good, and I liked the zombie containment. They put on a gun, and you run around like laser tag, And it's like being in a Call of Duty zombies running around. Zombies pop up with a circle. You got to shoot them. Bam, 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 bam. And it was cool. It was a little intense. So, needless to say, it was definitely not as good as Halloween Horror Nights, but it was still good. It was worth it. And it's different than Williamsburg. See the, what do you call it? The only haunts that are the same between the two parks is on Earth. Everything else is different. So if you go to Williamsburg, Williamsburg is not the same as Tampa. They're totally two different experience, different haunts, different everything. It's kind of weird, but that's just how it is. I don't know why. I don't understand it, but that's just how it is. So overall, and I forgot to mention about when I was talking about Disney that what do you call it? The Seven Dwarf Mine Train. What I thought of it. I wish it was a little longer, but it was cute and it was all right. It wasn't bad. I mean, it's a kiddie coaster. It sways a little bit, and it's kind of like missing like a third of the ride. It seemed like there should have been another lift hill, and there should have been a little bit more track. I know they stuffed it in a small area like that, but I wish it was. I don't know. I got this thing where I wish it was a little longer. Harry Potter, a little longer. Seven Dwarfs. I mean, I love going in the mine. And if, you know, I'm not going to spoil it in case you haven't seen the videos or whatever. But Seven Dwarf Mine Train was pretty good. I just wish it was a little longer. That's my only complaint. I mean, the interactive queue is awesome on it, but all right, I'm going to show you the video so you guys can watch that, and then we'll skedaddle. So here's the video. Let's see how it works. Enjoy.
days is a sad and wasted life. The days and the nights that I've wasted never looking outside. Tend instead to wonder and wait, never live my life. Wonder and wait, wonder and wait, wonder and wait, wonder and wait for my wonder and wait, wonder and wait, wonder and wonder and wonder and wonder for my life.
licking me.
So that was the long and short of it of the video. Yeah, someone was asking about Falcon's Fury. I totally forgot to mention that. That was definitely the coolest drop tower I've ever been on. Now, I mean, you can't really compare Falcon's Fury to Zumanjaro because Zumanjaro is over 400 feet. Falcon's Fury is like 335, but the difference between the two is when you're almost at the top, the seats swing in, so you're basically looking straight down to face plant to the ground. And then as you hit the brakes and come down, it makes you go, you know, normal seating. But I mean, coming down like that, I mean, you're really like, your body's sitting on the restraint, and you're like, whoa. And let me tell you, Falcon's Fury, I mean, you thought about, you look at it and you're like, oh, it's, you know, one trick pony and all that, but I've never been on a drop tower that did that, and I hope more parks put them in because it is fantastic. I would ride it again. No questions asked. I would hop on it and I would go. It was just cool. I mean, Devin hates drop towers and he loved it. Jeremy cried like usual after every drop tower that he does. He cries. He just, something about him makes him freak out, panic, cry, all that. So, but yeah, we're going to get going. It's almost 10:30, hour and a half show almost. But we'll be back. The show's going to be Wednesday because Thursday I'm driving up to go to Knoebels for Phoenix Fall Fun Fest for next week. So keep in mind, Wednesday is going to be the show instead of Thursday. And then the week after that. So Wednesday we're going to talk about Fright Fest Media Day and whatever else pops in. Look out for the pictures to be posted, videos, there's all kinds of stuff that I did not put in the video because it just would have made the video so longer than people probably want to pay attention. But, you know, it is what it is. You'll see a whole bunch of a slew of stuff popping up all over SFNE Online and in the Grove Show and my personal stuff. There's going to be all kinds of stuff posted up there. So within the next few days. So enjoy, have it. You know, the park season's winding down. So get there while you can. Enjoy. You know, if you've been anywhere, let me know. You know, let's talk about it because the season's coming to an end. And that kind of sucks because then we're just stuck with snow and cold and it's just going to be rotten. So I will see whoever at the park on Sunday. Saturday, I believe I am going to go to Pinball Wizard again. Just because. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next Wednesday. So until next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, keep on coasting! Woo! Peace out, y'all!